Today, we're going to take off this 1951 Dodge Power Wagon cab with a 2x4 crane. Alrighty, we got the strap on here around the cab, trying to keep it off this little rain gutter here so we don't bend it up. And then we're gonna take another strap, go out to the other side, and we're gonna tighten the two straps together, and then we're gonna hook the winch line to the top there. Now, if this is right, we're actually gonna tighten the two straps end together with this other strap. There we go. Looks good to me. Okay, so the reason why we're gonna lift this up is we're trying to get these cab mounts back on, because right now the cab is just like loosely on there because it's just sitting on the frame. So we're gonna pick it up and we're gonna see what happens. Here we go. We're bending the rain gutters.
Are we?
Yeah.
We should stop then.
So the problem we're having here is when we just put the straps around this, we thought since it's strapped so it won't like bend this up, but we did bend this because it's just super malleable. So what we're gonna do, instead of having all the pressure right here on this little rain channel for water, is we're gonna stick a 4x4 through here, little guard, so the strap will run right around the edge of the 4x4 and not put any weight on the little channel. First chop saw cut ever on the Power Wagon gas tank right here. There we go. Alrighty, we got our new board on here so we don't damage the rain gutter, or we might still a little bit, but we can fix it. Just to keep it more supported, 4x4 with some 2x4s on there to keep the straps on. Now we're just gonna run this winch line around the straps. And don't ever use a winch to lift something because they're designed for horizontal loads. You should use a hoist, but we don't have a hoist. So this is definitely a do not try this at home. Winch try number 2, got the new board on there. Let's see if it works. Here we go, winch going in. Okay, we got the cab suspended mid-air here. I just stopped the video to put these blocks underneath it, just in case the winch were to drop on my hands. I don't want them to get crushed. So I'm gonna go ahead right now, strip this rust off the very top here, and do some paint. There we go, we got all of the loose rust, dirt, grime, etc. off the top of that rail there with the angle grinder and some manual wire brushing. So now I'm going to, hold on, let me set you guys up in the tripod here so you can see what's going on. I'm gonna take some of this Eastwood Rust Encapsulator. The bottle came all jacked up and you can see they even glued it. So shame on Eastwood for that, but it's still good stuff. I'm gonna fill up this little thing here. And you either can spray this on or brush it on. And since I'm doing such a small area, I'm just gonna brush it on the top of the frame there. Also, always wear gloves because it's super hard to get off your hands. I learned that from doing the entire frame.
Okay, so let's get started with this side right here. I'm wearing eye protection and a respirator. It says to always wear a respirator, and I got a little in my eyes last time, like the tiniest speck, and it burned so bad. I like sprinted inside, washed it out for like 5 minutes. So I definitely recommend, I mean, do whatever you think you need to do to be safe, but I always just like to be a little bit extra safe so I don't have to worry about it. But this stuff's super nice because I'm just brushing it on here, and it like honestly leaves a pretty like professional looking coat.
So I ran into a major problem when painting here. On the other side of the frame, there was like a ton of dirt that it looks like I just painted over last time because I didn't have this lifted up like that, so I couldn't really tell, and I thought I had it all clean, but it wasn't. So I ended up spending a ton of time cleaning all that up, but I have the whole thing painted in the Rust Encapsulator now. Pretty much, honestly, the entire frame almost could be considered like a cab off restoration, but I guess the cab is still on, sort of, in this very front corner. But I could get the top of the frame there. Just a couple little things I missed. But now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take the Eastwood just regular original chassis black, and we're gonna spray it on with the spray paint cans over all of the silver because I don't like the silver look. I'm out. Got most of the frame done here in the chassis black. Definitely gonna need maybe a can or two more. Missed the leaf springs, it looks like, but I got the inside of the frame, which is the most important part for now because I wanted to get it all done in black before the actual mechanic runs the brake lines, so I have a good surface for him to work on. But it worked pretty good. It definitely does not go as far as the Rust Encapsulator does, just like with how much you need to order, but looks pretty good. Next step is we're going to do the internal frame coating for any of the spots that I obviously can't get any paint into, get those all cleared up. Okay, so I got the internal frame coating here. It comes in a box. It's actually the can, and then they give you like this hose, because obviously to get in there, you got to get the hose kind of deep into some of these cavities. So let's go ahead and let's take off this head on here and then just put on this guy. It's kind of cool. Point it away from myself because it shoots. Oh, there you go. Oof, that's stinky.
So I got my goggles on here, my hopefully chemical resistant gloves, and we're gonna kind of strategize. So we're gonna push the tube in this way and then kind of pull it out as we spray. And I believe it has like a 360 nozzle on there, so let's just give it a little. Okay, we can see it just squirted all over the ground. Here. And pull it back out towards me. Last hole here.
Initially, I painted the inside of that whole circle silver, and now it's all black, so that gives me pretty good hope that worked on there. And same thing over here. These are actually open on the bottom side a little bit, and it dripped on the ground, so you can see the silver. I still need to paint there, but inside was also silver, and now it's all black. So I'd say this internal frame coating worked pretty good. I don't know how long it lasts, if there was like dirt in there, if that will cover that up or not. But I mean, it seems like it's a better idea than not doing anything. So there we go. Now that we have everything painted actually on the frame, now we have to do all the components that go on the frame. So these are actually the running board mounts. We need a wire wheel and strip disc those all down to pretty much bare metal, and put the paint on, and then those are the back two cab mounts that we need to get on before we can lower the cab back off of the DIY crane that is probably going to fall any second here. Alright, you guys want to see a magic trick? Magic! Just kidding, I cut my arm. It's really not magic. I hate angle grinding. I'm gonna go get a wire wheel to do the insides of these, 'cause I can't get it with the strip disc. But other than that, I mean, I have all the surface rust and all the loose flaky paint off of these, which is all I need to do the rust encapsulator stuff from Eastwood, same stuff we did on the frame. And then we're gonna get these mounted onto the frame. Before we do that though, let's put on this exhaust pipes. We also know if we need anything else for this. Okay, I got that piece bolted on there. I always get confused, like we need to turn the ratchet upside down if you're tightening or untightening, because it kind of like switches. But moving on from that, now we're under here. The question is, how do we attach the muffler to this pipe right here? This should be interesting. Exhaust system update. I have it all physically connected. Now I'm not sure if it's in, I know it's in the right order. I'm not sure if it's all in the right place. It's like some of this stuff could easily move up or down. It was really hard to get around that. So I think this whole thing should probably slide a little left. And I can't figure out where these go. I thought I definitely should have something here holding those together, I think. I don't have anything. And then I got this guy hanging around right here. And I don't know how to connect that to something because all these angles on here are so weird. So I just don't know where that should go. Okay, so I got all the parts here that go on the frame wire wheel down. You can see there's still some pretty bad rust in like the little elbows of those because the wire wheel couldn't fit. But I at least got all like the flaking rust off. And this stuff really is designed to go over pretty bad rust as long as it's not flaking off. So I think it should be fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and coat all these with the rust encapsulator. Now the reason why I'm using the soapy water is just kind of ran out of the Eastwood painting prep stuff, which is super good because you spray it on and it basically like removes every kind of like dirt, wax, anything that's like grease left on there. But soapy water also works if that's all you got. We are done painting here. We have 6 of the running board mounts painted. We have the rear front fender support brackets painted, the 2 rear cab mounts painted, and a couple other little things. So I'm gonna go ahead and paint the backside and then we can put these on. First running board mount. I believe it goes right here. Running board going on here. Running board mount, not running board. Bottom, small bolt on the top. Okay, last running board mount going on. My favorite thing about having this frame be like a C shape is that it's put the box wrench on the other side and it just holds for me against the frame so I don't have to hold both sides, and it's so much easier. Okay, so for the cab mounts, this is gonna get really interesting because it like makes sense when it's down, but the bolt is super far off, so I don't know how we're gonna like push it in the hole. I think I'm just gonna loosely put in some bolts here and we'll see if we can get this lined up. We can see here how far this really is from there, but when this drops down, then the angle's right. So it's almost like we need this bolt to go up, or we have to push really hard the cab forward to get it to go in that hole. At first I thought I had these on the wrong side, but I'm pretty sure I don't. So what is quite interesting is this side, the cab is significantly closer to the frames because the way the winch is pulling on it. So this side lines up way better. So yeah, the other side is gonna need a good push, I think. 1, 2, 3. We're so far off of that. And we got it in. It was really graphic though, so I didn't even have a chance to film it because I was pushing. Well, my dad was hammering and my brother was shoving, and we're good. We're in. Moving on. I'm gonna tighten all those down now. Okay, it is finally that moment in time. The crane's work is complete. Down we go. Let's check out our work here. Boom, perfect. Other side, here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Perfecto. Alrighty, so 6 running board mounts on each side. All 4 cab mounts are back on. The back 2 were not on when I bought the thing, and luckily one of them was thrown inside and one was just barely dangling on there, so got lucky with that. We got the entire frame painted black now with the rust encapsulator kind of base coat, primer, whatever you want to call it. I mean, you can use it as a top coat, but it looks a lot better with the black on top, if you ask me. We are about ready to get the engine going. We had a lot of problems with the distributor, but we got like a new condenser, new points. Basically everything has been replaced, new cap. So next video, definitely, I am very hopeful that this thing will turn on at least. Woo! Thank you guys for watching today's video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. If you have any suggestions or just want to say what's up, comment down below. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.